Alright guys, what is up? It is Joseph here, back for another video today on JT Bricks, and today I just wanted to go over my top 10 most underrated LEGO Star Wars sets that have ever been released. Personally, I think that there are a lot of great LEGO Star Wars sets out there. You know, you have your traditional AT-AT walkers, your Jedi Starfighters, your Y-Wings and such, but there are also a lot of really underrated and unnoticed sets that I feel like deserve a lot more credit than what they actually got. These can range from just small little battle packs all the way up to big $100 plus sets. And some of these sets are kind of obscure and out there, but I just thought they were neat, and I think that they're really good for their price, and they really bring a lot more value than what they originally were thought to be, I guess, if that makes sense. So let's just jump right into it. So I'm not going to lie, this list was kind of difficult to make, and starting out, I guess, in the honorable mention spot, we have the 75084 Wookiee gunship from 2015. This set was really close to me. I really like it a lot. I think it's a pretty good set, and it was really close to being in the top 10, but I thought it was good, but it's not great. It is very underrated, though. It's from Rebels. It's, again, kind of an obscure set. Nobody really talks about it too much, but it's a pretty solid set. It has a pretty good-looking build. It was $70, which isn't, a terrible price, but it's fine. And it had 4 pretty good minifigures. You got Kanan and 3 Wookiees. So, if Wookiees generally aren't too common, so that was a really good set to really mass collect Wookiees, as well as kind of a vehicle that Wookiees would use in combat, like the Wookiee gunship. So it's a pretty solid set. It's pretty underrated. It's a very unique vehicle. It's kind of a one-time offset, and I thought it was pretty solid, but not solid enough to crack the top 10. So that's why it's in the honorable mention spot. Anyways, moving forward after the Wookiee gunship, in the real top 10, starting out, we have the Mace Windu's Jedi Starfighter from 2011, set number 7868. It was $40 back in the day, and I remember actually opening it on Christmas Day in 2011. Pretty solid set, though. You have a very unique and, again, kind of obscure vehicle in Mace Windu's Jedi Starfighter, which I think looks fine. It's a pretty good model. The actual design of Mace's Starfighter itself isn't too interesting. It doesn't have the colors and kind of flair that really make it cool looking like Anakin's or Obi-Wan's maybe, but it's still a decent looking ship. And not only that, but you get 5 minifigures. I guess if you count droids, minifigures 5. But you get 2 battle droids, and it also was the first set to ever have the tactical droid minifigure. And this set actually I think might be the only set to have a tactical droid. Maybe not. I don't know. But regardless, the tactical droid is pretty rare. You also got Mace Windu in Clone Wars style, which most people aren't fans of the Clone Wars faces, and I can see why. But still, it's a Mace Windu minifigure, so it's going to be a nice addition to your collection. And you also got Mace Windu's droid, which is exclusive to the set, as well as a couple of staps, I believe, and a speeder. So for $40 all in one, it's a pretty underrated set. I don't think it's bad. It's just not talked about too much, and I think it's pretty solid, actually. After that set, though, coming into the numbers 9 spot, we have the 75083 Atdp from 2015. Again, this is another kind of obscure random vehicle types base set. It's not an AT-AT, it's not an AT-TE, but it's an Atdp. And even though it's not something too popular, it's a pretty underrated set and a pretty good model. The build on this set is awesome. The set was $50 back in the day, and I think it holds up to this day pretty well. You get 4 minifigures, including 2 Atdp pilots, a Stormtrooper, as well as Agent Kallus. So the minifigure selection is pretty good, and I think it's just a really good set to help Army build your Empire. You get Agent Kallus with a helmet, which I think his minifigure with his helmet might be exclusive to the set, along with 2 Atdp pilots, which are both exclusive to the set, I believe, and a Stormtrooper as a nice little bonus. Either way, it's a pretty good set. The build really, I think, is what helps really make this set strong and push it into this top 10. The build's solid, it's big, it's tall, and it looks really well, and it's very accurate to the show, and I feel like it makes it very underrated. Nobody really talks about the set. It's from Rebels, again. It's a Star Wars TV show. It's kind of obscure, but it's a pretty good set. Moving past the Atdp, we have one of my personal favorite sets being the 9515 Malevolence from 2012. It was $120 back in the day, and I really love this set a lot. I really just love the Malevolence. It's such a great and beautiful build. It's really just crafted pretty well, and it's strong and it's sturdy. You can lift it up with a handle. It looks really nice, and not only that, but it came with a bunch of nice minifigures like General Grievous, Padme, Count Dooku, etc. A couple of droids, I believe. It's just a really well done set. I mean, $120 back in the day for this set. It might not be the best deal, but it's a very unique and, again, kind of obscure set, and I think it's pretty solid. I think that maybe they could have done more with the interior, but overall, I mean, for the exterior, if you're displaying the Malevolence, it's a really nice looking set, and I think that along with the minifigures make it underrated, and nobody talks about it that much, and I think it deserves more. Moving forward though to spot number 7, we have another Clone Wars set, that being the 8098 Clone Turbo Tank from 2010. I had this set as well, and I thought it was an excellent set. I mean, you get a very nice Clone Turbo Tank model, which is pretty solid. It's also pretty big too. I know the newest one is pretty small actually, so the size of the actual set is pretty nice. It's worth $120 in my opinion, and you get 6, I believe, very nice minifigures. I think you get a couple of clones. You also get Ayla Secura, which at the time, I think that was the first, when this set came out, it was the first ever Ayla Secura minifigure ever, along with a young Ahsoka, Anakin, and Cad Bane, all in one set. So the minifigure selection, in my opinion, is great. The set itself is pretty good, and you also get like a little mini command center and an actual to scale ATRT, and it's a nice little cute little mini build. And even if you are a fan of the more bigger, more detailed ATRTs, which I like, the mini scale one's nice and it's accurate, and it's a pretty nice addition to the overall set. At the end of the day, though, I feel like this Turbo Tank is kind of the one that's least talked about. You have the new one, you have the old one, you have this one, and I think this one's pretty good, actually. So that's why it lands in spot number 7 on my list. Moving into spot number 6 now, we have the Star Wars number 1 through 4 kind of minifig packs. These are pretty old. These are all the way back from 2000, and, LEGO only released 4 of these, but they're $5 each, and they are excellent sets. It's just a little minifig pack, and it comes with 3 minifigs. I mean, some came with the 3... Dark Lords, I guess, of the Sith, where you can have Emperor Palpatine, Darth Vader, and Darth Maul. Some had 3 battle droids. One had, Boba Fett, Luke, and somebody else. Overall, though, I just think that minifig packs are really good sets, and these are just kind of a really old, obscure kind of set, or group of sets, I guess, that fit into spot number 6. So they're not talked about too much, and I think that they're pretty solid. And for $5 a piece for 3 minifigures, especially if you got one that was like, Vader, Palpatine, and Darth Maul for $5, that's an excellent deal, excellent set. And it's one that's really not talked about too much, but I will have to admit the topic of LEGO making like a CMF and just having minifigure packs in general is talked about. These are old and kind of forgotten, and I think that they deserve more. Moving into the top 5 now, at spot number 5, we have the 75001 Republic Troopers vs. Sith Troopers set from 2013. It had the old battle packs price, which used to be $13, obviously, and it's a pretty good battle pack. I mean, myself, I'm not the biggest Old Republic fan. I've barely played any of the games. I think I played Knights of the Old Republic 2 for like 20 minutes once, and that's it. So if you're a big fan of that era and just the games, obviously it's a set you probably liked a lot. But most people, I feel like, aren't exactly into that, I guess, when it comes to Legos. I mean, I think a lot of people did buy the Old Republic sets, including myself. But, most casual Star Wars fans aren't exactly Old Republic fans. So I feel like this makes this set and kind of that theme kind of very underrated. It had a lot of good sets, including this one here. It comes with 4 minifigures. The mini build is kind of I mean, it's kind of like some little speeder thing, and it's not too pretty, but the minifigures are great. You get 2 of the Republic Troopers as well as 2 of the Sith Troopers, and they look excellent. They're very well done minifigures. And for $12 back in the day, or 13, sorry, it's a great set. Now moving past the battle pack, we head into the top 4 now, which to me, these top 4 are really, really excellent sets that are really underrated and just, I feel like, don't get talked about enough. And to start things out, we have the 8036 Separatist shuttle from 2009, which is $30 back in the day. It's the only Separatist shuttle to ever be made, and it comes with 5 minifigures, I guess, if you include droids. It comes with Anaconda Far, who's an exclusive new gun rate, as well as 3 droids, $30, and an excellent build of a pretty nice-looking ship. I think it's a great set. Nobody really talks about it. Again, it's kind of another obscure set and vehicle. It's from Season 1 of the Clone Wars. But I think it's really well done. The ship looks great. I think it still holds up to this day. And it's one of the few sets from, over 10 years ago that I think still can really hold up today and doesn't necessarily need an upgrade or an updated version, although it would be nice. That's a pretty great set, though. Moving into the top 3 now, in spot number 3, I have the 9491 Geonosian Canon from 2012. For $20, you get a Geonosian Canon and 4 really good-looking minifigures, and I think that's a great deal. It's just the Geonosian Canon as far as the build goes, so it's nothing too special, but it looks pretty good and still holds up to this day. But to me, what really separates this set out from the others and makes it very underrated and well done is its minifigures. You get a Barriss Offee minifigure, which is always nice. You get Commander Gree in Phase 1, and he's exclusive to the set. You also get a Geonosian Zombie, which is an awesome minifigure, and a Geonosian Warrior, all in one. It's pretty awesome. I honestly want to say more about it, but it's a pretty solid set. Nobody really talks about it, and it has great minifigures and a pretty solid build. After the Geonosian Canon, though, in spot number 2, we have a set that I think has got to be one of the best value sets of the past decade, and that is the 75037 Battle on Salukimon from 2014. It was $15, so basically the price of a battle pack today, and it came with basically a Bark Trooper or / Commander Neo and 4 droids, that being 2 Super Battle droids and 2 regular droids, along with a Bark Speeder cover and a Stap. For $15, that is an excellent deal. And from Revenge of the Sith as well. It's a pretty solid set. You can't complain there. It's really well done. It's a very nice, good-looking set. And for $15, I wish I got more. That's a great, very underrated set. And finally, in spot number 1, though, we have the Umbaran MHC from 2013, set number 75013 for $50 back in the day. I really love this set. It's another Clone Wars set. It's very obscure and random. It's just an Umbaran vehicle from, like a few very small amount of episodes from the Clone Wars. It's very specific, but it's a very underrated and good set. You got 4 minifigures, that being 2 Umbaran soldiers, which are exclusive to the set, I believe. A rare kind of Clone Wars style 212th Attack Battalion trooper, which is exclusive to the set, and a older, I guess, seasons like 3 through 5 or 6, I guess, Ahsoka, which is a very well done and excellent looking minifigure, which is worth a lot of money today. It's a great set. The build is also pretty solid. It's pretty big too and pretty sturdy, and it looks very accurate to the show. And it's only $50. I think it's very underrated. Nobody really talks about it. Is the vehicle that desirable? Does everyone want to have an Umbaran MHC? Maybe not, but the set looks great. I love the coloring and stickers and details on the MHC itself. It looks great. Like I said, the minifigures are awesome and are all very exclusive and pretty expensive. $50 back in the day. I got one. I wish I got more. Great set, and that's why it's number 1 on my list. Anyways, y'all, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to check out my Instagram at TheJTStudios, and have a great day.